So for my second one, running back related, a guy that we all kind of root for and are rooting for, I'm going to have a Nick Chubb hot take.
Oh, mine is too. So I'm curious.
Okay. So all running backs on the second one.
The blind optimist in me, because I'm not a doctor or anything, I'm going to say Nick Chubb only misses 2 games. And he still has 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns.
Ooh, 10 touchdowns. Okay.
That
hot
goes,
take.
So that is, so I don't
So I should be drafting him in this round in our startup. Okay.
I don't know if
Best in the
it's
league.
the 2 games thing. I don't know if that's as crazy of a hot take because it's a year-long injury. And we hear he's doing crazy well in his rehab. He got hurt week 2 last year. So you're saying he comes back week 3, which would be a little over a year out. And just because he comes back that week you're not saying he's going to come back that week and get 25 carries.
No.
He comes back that week, gets 10 to 15. The next week he gets 10 to 15, 20. And then by, his 3rd game back, he's full swing. So, but just based on what my hot take is, I can't agree with it.
Okay.
So I guess mine kind of plays off that. And mine plays a little bit off my original hot take with DeShaun being top 5 in passing yards. My hot take is that Nick Chubb will lead the league in yards per carry, but he will not be top 10 in yards per game. Or he will not be top 10 in yards for the season.
Okay.
And it's because I think his carries are going to be significantly lower this year than they have been at any point in his career. Not just and not solely because of coming back from an injury, based on the offense we're going to run, Dorsey's history with running backs. And I know Stefanski's a running guy and all this stuff, but we're clearly putting this offense on DeShaun. Okay. So I don't know if Nick Chubb's going to get it unless we are just murdering people and we're getting a lot of, we're grinding it out. But if we are murdering people and DeShaun's not in and starting linemen aren't in,
I don't want Nick Chubb
going to be in.
No.
You know what I mean? So I just don't know if he's been a guy at this point already where it's not like he's getting 30 carries a game all the time anyways.
Right.
So I think he's still going to be highly efficient when he comes back. That's why I'm saying he's going to lead the league in yards per carry and be great. But I just don't know how many carries he's going to get. He got a little over 300 the year before he got injured.
302, I think.
302. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if he's, more in like the 220s to 230s. You know what I mean? So I think he'll have a very efficient season and still be a very good back. I just don't know if he's going to put up gaudy. I don't know if he's putting up 1,300 yards, 1,400 yards.
What are you thinking, like 1,000?
I think he can still get to 1,000.
So I hope the efficiency stays just because he's like number 2 all time right now in yards per carry for running backs in NFL history. I would love to see him stay there, just to look back and say, yeah, we watched like one of the all time top of the leaderboard guys.
I hope this injury, like he's at the point where if he could do it for, X amount of years longer, he was on like a potentially Hall of Fame trajectory.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm hoping like it doesn't derail that.
Yeah.
So like, I don't think he wasn't a Hall of Famer yet, not a long enough career, especially when he didn't, his rookie season, he didn't get to be the starter until halfway through the season, that kind of stuff. But if he doesn't get injured and he has a great year last year and he puts together another 5 years in like that, then you're talking like he's going to be, potential Hall of Famer. Yeah. So I hope this doesn't derail that. So those are our Browns hot takes. Let us know who had the hottest take. I don't think anybody went crazy.
Nah.
I think the one that'll get the most pushback is my DeShaun one, because I think people will be like, there's just people that think he's awful, even though if you look at things with context and you watched games, you saw that he did play well in the down the stretch of his season last year.
And I've seen a lot of people like, they just go straight to he can't make the throws anymore. He sucks. His arm sucks. And then I just go, and I know it's a highlight cut up, but go watch the highlight cut ups of his throws from last year, the good ones. The dude has some nice throws.
Well, and I know they're Browns reporters, but Browns reporters are maybe the hardest on our players of any reporters in the country. And they all say he is the best arm talent quarterback we've ever had.
Yeah.
We've heard that since day one, since we traded for him. The arm is still fine. It's mechanically, it's between the ears for me. And I think this year, getting a guy like Ken Dorsey, who's bringing an offense in that has lingo and dialogue in it that he is comfortable with, from time, because it's a lot of the same stuff with Bill O'Brien. I think playing in a more loose style, up tempo offense. I think he's going to come out the gate hot. And I think that'll only build confidence. And I think as he plays better, a lot of this noise will go away. And then his confidence level will go up. And I think a confident DeShaun is a way more dangerous DeShaun. I think these balls are going into the ground because he's not trusting his eyes. So he's holding onto the ball long. He's short-arming things. He's like, oh, I don't want to throw a pick. So he's just spiked. You know what I mean? I think he gets away from that this year. I think he's going to have a full off season to dive into this offense. I think he's going to be good this year. I really do think that.
I think that's why he was there from day one of the voluntary OTAs.
Yes. So I'm excited to see what he does, and let us know what you guys think of the hot takes. I think we had some good ones. When we do obviously I joked around with these guys yesterday. I said I was going to come in with hot takes that were just purposefully like a Skip Bayless hot take. I said, Stefanski was going to be fired by week 6 and Vrabel would be our head coach. But you guys, if you've watched the show, you know that would be disingenuous. Like I was trying to come up with a hot take that I thought is maybe, could be seen as a stretch, but I can also make the argument for. Because if you watch the show, there's no way I can make an argument that I think Kevin Stefanski is going to get fired this year. No. You know what I mean?
He just got extended.
I was trying to toe the line between giving you like a spicy take and not being Skip Bayless. Yeah. So let us know what you guys think. Give us some of your hot takes for the season for the Browns. And maybe if we see any good ones, we'll bring them up.